Hi, it's Bonnie and welcome back. Today I'm going to share my personal experience in the main dining room on Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas and offer some helpful tips on how you can get the table and dining experience that you want. Let's get started. On the first day, I had a table change because my initial table was at the end of a row of other tables and I needed something a bit more separated because I love to take pictures for my channel and I didn't want to bother other people with my camera gear. So I spoke with the host at the dining room entrance on the first day and I had to wait in line. There were a lot of people that needed various things. And so you have to be patient and wait your turn. They actually were very accommodating. They moved me to a smaller section, which ended up being just perfect. I know I'm a little particular about my table. I take so many pictures. I just hate to bother anybody with my camera. So this way it'll be by itself. It's perfect. The dining room is located on deck 4, port side, which was convenient for getting to other areas of the ship. I happened to be located on deck 3 this time, and it was nice. It was a walk up for me. And the people around me were incredibly friendly. I was always getting invited to join in conversations and even to a lady's birthday celebration. So I had so much fun that I completely forgot I was traveling solo, and it's moments like these cruising feel really special as everybody is so friendly and accommodating.
Section is turned into a big party. We've got Tia and it's her birthday. These are the people that showed up. Never quite experienced this before.
The key is to take a good look around and talk to the host or hostess to find what fits your preference best, whether it's a quieter corner or a lively spot. You can often get what you're looking for with a simple request. The food in the main dining room was consistently good, served hot, and you could always order as much as you wanted.
These are the chef recommendations. It's a little different of a menu. I think I'm going to go with the salmon and the sweet corn cakes and the coconut layer cake. You know, it's no sugar, but I really like it. It tastes good. I've had this before.
Waitress and assistant waiter were amazing, and even though they were very busy, they always made time to talk with me, which made me feel special and welcomed. The area I was seated in was quite lively, so if you enjoy a more social experience, a busy section might be perfect for you.
The garden salad or the minestrone soup, I'm not sure. So the chef recommendations are minestrone, lasagna, and tiramisu. I think I might have the chicken parmesan and minestrone soup.
It's a taste of the Caribbean. That looks good. Looks like I'm going to go with the green lentil soup, the buttered tiger shrimp, or the pork chop. I don't know. And then for sure I want the carrot cake.
Chef recommendations are the scallops, the grilled pork chop, and the pecan pie a la mode. I feel like I'll go with the pita soup, the salmon. I feel like I have that all the time, but I like that. Maybe the red and white cheesecake. That sounds like something good. It's $5.50. Not a lot of people in the dining room. Good crusted salmon. The salmon is delicious. It's very moist. I couldn't make up my mind. So this is the red and white cheesecake. Also the chocolate lava cake. Very chewy and warm. fudgy. This actually is really good. It's very creamy. It's like a ricotta, the red velvet cake bottom. Very good. So solo traveling, some of my suggestions for dinner, I would probably bring my phone so you can look up the cruise compass on your app, and then you can read about what's going on in the night. I was editing some photos today as I was waiting because the service has been kind of leisurely. I think you can say you really like to get in and out if that's what you want to do. But I don't mind sitting and kind of observing people and being part of the dining experience. It doesn't bother me. And I really like that I have my table just by itself and I'm not connected to anybody, so I'm not obligated to feel the need to talk to someone if I don't want to. So that makes me, I'm just really glad about that. I know there's been a couple single people I talked to and they're in my time dining and they just kind of make their times as they go along. But every time I come out of the dining room, I see such a line of people waiting. I just don't like that. So I'd much rather have the same waitress. She's a really sweet girl and the guy too is nice and they take care of me and it's like a, it's like you get no routine. But tomorrow I'm going to the steakhouse, so we'll see how that goes. I bought a dining package for 3 nights, and the first night was Azumi's. Then tomorrow will be Chops, and I think I'm going to try Giovanni's. So I'll be able to report on that as well. But it's been fine. So I would say either edit your photos, bring your app to read on your, about the cruise compass, bring something to look at or do, or not. Just don't do anything. And just observe people. It's really up to you. So today we were in the Prince Christian Sound area. That was really amazing. I stood in front of the helicopter area. There were so many people. It all started around 2:30 in the afternoon. We started to go through this fjord and we saw a couple glaciers, and then at the end we saw this major glacier, and he did a 360 with the ship and he completely turned it around like this. It's so cold, and then they gave us hot chocolate, but it's almost like back to back on top of dinner. Like my dinner is at 5:15 and it's 4:30 and I'm not ready to go. It's really interesting the way they do the main dining, the dressing for this. Like I said, it's pretty casual. People are not dressing up, so now they've come up with a theme, black and white. And they call it kind of elegant night or dress your best night, but they want everyone to wear black and white. I don't know, they don't stress that it's a dress-up night, but I know it is a dress-up night, but I'm gonna just go with black and white because this is formal night portraits, black and white ball with the Jewel of the Sea Orchestra. So that's telling me it's dressy, but I swear nobody's gonna dress for this because we've all been outside looking at these glaciers for all day pretty much, and we're frozen to death, and everyone's getting coffee and they're just trying to unwind. So if you had second seating, you'd be good to go, but the first seating, it's a little bit hard. And this one guy said he's just going to forget the main dining room and just go to the buffet, but I like to go to the main dining room, so I'm not going to wear a formal outfit. I kind of had this problem on my last cruise too. I was confused with the dress for success or dress your best, or I forget, they used a certain different kind of term. So I'm going to just wear black blazer, black pants, and a white shirt as a black and white theme, and we'll call it a day on that.
I'd kind of like to talk about the dress code. It seems like people were quite casual on this trip.
Since it's so freezing, I am just wearing a sweater, turtleneck, scarf, pair of pants, and some shoes.
Many still wearing their shore excursion clothes to dinner. I think it's because the later diners have more time to get ready. One evening was supposed to be a formal night, but they gave it a theme, a black and white James Bond night. And while not everyone dressed formally, many people wore black and white, which added a fun twist to the evening. Early dining guests tended to be more casually dressed than those in the second seating.
This was a sample outfit I wore for formal night. I can tell you that most people are pretty relaxed during the formal night. This might have been kind of dressy, but I mean, it's a mix. But in my particular seating, anyways, there weren't a lot of dressed up people.
I also tried specialty dining options like Azumi's, Chops Grill, and Giovanni's for some variety, and those experiences were wonderful as well. I will have a video on my playlist for Jewel of the Seas.
Salad. I don't know if I'm going to do salmon. I've been having that every night. Maybe I'll go with the chicken piccata. That sounds good. Interesting. There's a lot of people turning out for the black and white. Greek salad. Vegan piccata. Lemon cookie brownie. I'm lucky that I get 2 desserts. That's very nice. Today's menu. I'm going to have roasted tomato soup or garden salad, I don't know which one, Atlantic salmon or schnitzel, and either the summer fruit pavlova or coconut layer cake. Salmon, royal chocolate cake. A nice night tonight in the dining room. It's pretty light in here. It's nice. 5:15. It's one advantage of early dining. This is my menu tonight. It seems like I've had some of this veal scallopini Oscar and Bambi goreng. I've never had that. I like the pavlova. There's 2 vegan dishes, 2 royal classics, and there's a few no sugar added. My mushroom soup again. I really like it. The chicken breast is apparently a staple they always have. The pavlova. I like this. Shortcake is sugar-free. It's key lime. This is the breakfast menu, and they serve from 8 to 9:30. Lobster mac and cheese. So this is a bourbon salmon with Brussels sprouts. They're fudge brownies. It has no flour and no dairy in it. Of course, I ended up getting my ice cream. This is my window view today. I was late for dinner and they sat me elsewhere, but I'm in my same section. It's really good. It's some type of salmon. Tonight we have the royal night. We have lobster. I'm probably going to get this and this. I think I'm going to get that. Avocado melon salad. Here is our lobster. I think I forgot to film my baked Alaska, but it was good. This has been quite a crazy time tonight in my dining. I've never really experienced this before, but I had a group of 4 that were near me. Very gregarious group in Chicago, and just were very people oriented, and they invited me to one of the ladies had a birthday party. And it wasn't just me, it was a bunch of other people showed up, so we had this like huge stand party around the table, basically blocking the whole dining section. But it was really very sweet, nice people, all some couple former teachers, and I just really enjoyed talking to people. I met a couple from Munich, and there was another lady from Las Vegas. So as far as feeling by myself or awkward, or I was quite included in pretty much anything I wanted to be included in. I actually had to not be included in things at times. So very friendly group. I don't know, it was very social compared to other cruises I've been on, so it was a lot of fun. I can't say, I mean, that was my personal experience. Of course, everybody's different, every situation is different, every group of people's different, but it has been a very good experience. My wait staff was very efficient. They worked really hard. They were always busy. It seemed like people really showed up for the dining room, and I think it's because there's just a couple specialty restaurants on board. I think that just makes people come to the dining room, or they look forward to it or something. It is probably an older crowd. There weren't that many kids. I think I mentioned this. There was a few. It's like maybe 10 or 15 middle school type kids. But all of Europe is off in August, where a lot of countries take off the month of August. So I think a lot of them are heading back tomorrow to start school. Maybe in Europe it's just starting after Labor Day, I'm not sure, but that's probably why there were some kids on board, but probably primarily retirees is the mix of people. They're really good about giving me a couple different appetizers, a couple different desserts to try. They were very accommodating. I didn't really get to know my wait staff, in depth. They were just too busy, but she was very good at what she did and very sweet. And I'd run into her elsewhere on the ship. So, and like I said, I had enough going on around me. I ran into a couple other people in my dining area in an elevator, and they told me, oh, we were going to ask you to come eat with us the other night. And, it's just this very a nice crowd, a really nice crowd. So that's been really fun. So good trip. The dining room does deal with gluten-free or any other kind of options. I ran into a woman that was doing a gluten-free menu, and the person in charge would come up and show her the menu for the future night, and then they would have her pick what she'd like, and then they'd try to make it gluten-free. You have to kind of let your needs be known, either online when you book your reservation or with the host or hostess, the maitre d' at the front of the dining room. The vegetarian options and the vegan options, there's a couple on the menu every night, but probably if you needed something else, they probably could accommodate you. You just have to make that be known. I would say the buffet is standard. It's nothing really great. I wouldn't forgo the main dining room to eat there at night. I personally like the main dining room better, but there are people that prefer to eat there. Sometimes when they had, their excursions got in later, they just weren't in the mood to eat in the main dining room. It's been my pleasure showing you the main dining room and everything that it has to offer. It was really a fun time. Way more social than I've ever experienced in a lot of cruising. So again, if you're solo traveling, don't worry about it. You're going to have a good time. At least on this ship, in my particular situation.
If you do want to make sure to get the dining experience you're looking for, whether that means a quieter table, specific time, or a fun social environment, don't be afraid to ask. A quick conversation with the dining room staff can make all the difference.
If you've found this helpful, informative, or you've learned something, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more cruise and travel information. Thank you so much for watching. Happy cruising, and until next time.